Once again and welcome to Expert Talk. I'm Professor Vikas and today we have our special guest Shailendra Singh from PlanetFluid. So we just had a talk with Prutha ma'am about PlanetFluid, what PlanetFluid is all about. So she explained it very nicely. So we would like to know what qualities one should develop to get into bartending.
Well, so being a bartender, you require a lot of qualities. Okay. Right? First, definitely you have to be a bartender, you have to have a good knowledge.
Okay.
When we talk about knowledge, it's not about that you need to know better what you can do. It's about the product, what you're going to launch it.
Okay.
Then second, it's very, very important, which every industry would definitely need it at this moment, is about professionalism.
Okay.
Right. When I say professionalism, it's not about only you being how you look and feel. It's about how you deliver.
Of course. Yeah.
So when we talk about a bar is completely a customer-oriented job.
It's a completely show business, right?
Yeah, it's a showmanship.
Yes.
It's basically you create, or whatever you demonstrate, you do it for like just 2 or 3 minutes.
And it's a complete experience that you create. You just don't sell the drinks, you create an experience.
Yeah, you are right there on the table of the customer, interacting with any point of view. You talk about your product, you talk about what you're creating, you talk about what and why you're creating and what kind of experience you're going to create further.
Of course.
Because what happens is, the creating cocktails or creating a drinks is just hardly take about 2 or 3 minutes.
Correct.
But then with that drink, holding the customer is about next 15 to 20 minutes, or probably sometimes 40-45 minutes.
People skills are very important. Like you need to know the customer first, like what to talk with him or her.
And as I talk about the knowledge would definitely implement a lot of things when it comes to a customer. Okay. They talk about, sometimes there are customers who just come for a blind experience, right? And they wanted to have an experience.
Right.
Now, what sort of experience you're going to create with them? You just cannot. You have to be very much entertaining as well.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You know the palettes. You know how to twist and turn around with the flavors, and then you create experience with the customer.
Okay.
So, and then the last, you have to be a customer oriented.
Correct.
Right? You just cannot be saying that this is not there and that is not there. You have to be just yes, I can do ability kind of a attitude you have to carry all the time. And it's, honestly speaking, it's a fun-loving job.
Yes.
Until if you have a passion to do it.
Yes.
And if you have a courage to excel your career in a bartending field, or probably I would say a bartending field completely altogether, and it has a lot of scope in the.
So how many years do you think, or maybe months, somebody should take to develop all these qualities? Or
see, if you're really passionate about it, I must say get your basics right.
Okay.
And getting your basic rights, if you really are focused, it just take about 3 months.
3 months, not more than that. Okay.
And when I say a 3 months, 3 months is just not about a practical. You have to be get into a theory as well.
Of course, yes.
So until unless you don't know your recipe, you don't know how to create.
Of course, knowledge has to be there.
So the knowledge, which is very important, wherein you know your product, you know your ingredients, you know what quantity will go in what particular drinks, and then you blend it properly.
Of course.
When I say then you make it, that's your professionalism and your experience come into a place.
Correct. And ma'am, one very important point she talked about is your communication skills.
That's what. As I said, professionalism is just not how you look and feel.
Yes, of course.
It's about how you're groomed. And when I say grooming as a professional term, it's about everything, right? How you talk.
The overall picture of it.
See, overall as a person, how you talk, how you interact with the customer. When I say interaction, is about how you communicate, right?
Yes.
And the communications, I'm not say that you just communicate in any language. The mother language, what we talk about is hospitality is English. So that is something which is very much required. Right. So anything additional it's a benefit out of it. I'm not saying that any language it's gonna be a negative factor, but then English is something which is very, very, very important.
Yes, because it's an open passport for you for the entire world, right?
See, the biggest fear nowadays, what we see in the new generations, they are the best talent. Right?
Correct.
They know everything.
Correct.
Right. I've seen a lot of competitions, and when I've been a part of it, I've seen a lot of students. They have done wonders with their creativity.
Yes.
But they did not know how to project themselves.
Correct.
They failed to do that.
It's about packaging, of course. You have a good product, but you should sell it off also.
And even if you do a little bit twist here and there in terms of a negative way, but if you talk well, you can cover up all the mistakes.
Correct.
Right? Correct. So the best part with the new generations of hospitality, or probably our students who are pursuing hotel management or any industry you talk about, it's about they should be best at their communication, right? And it is not that difficult. It's just about that you need a practice.
Correct.
You have to get into that shell of being.
The vibe has to be there. Like once somebody is talking to you, the bartender has to.
And bartender is something which is has to be stylish.
Yes, of course.
And how it can be stylish? It's about the way of talking.
Correct.
It's just that you have a look and then you become a stylist. that is all. It's
it should play like a movie, like you're talking to a movie.
It's all additional factor. How you look, if you have a funky look, if you have a stylish look, which is very good. This is all additional.
But if you
factor.
can't speak, then this is not.
If you just can't speak well, you just can't be any more stylish.
Great to know all these insights from PlanetFluid. It was Mr. Shailendra Singh sir with us. It was really nice talking to you. So thank you so much for spending your valuable time.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.